in Ghana, where people who are standing or aspiring to cause the land to have mercy of God, they too have their gods. They believe will support them. When Moses has already received the command to break them, this is danger. If you have been waiting for your uncle, say your uncle, to help you become a leader in this land of Ghana, and Moses comes saying, I silence every idol pillar in Ghana that supports the land to remain naked before God. I pray that God doesn't use anger, but use Moses, who knows the difference between anger of God and the love of God when liberating a nation. When liberating, Father, we decree as your sons on this land that let there be joy. I'm not praying for peace. Peace is for those who are leaders. Joy is for those whom God is bringing up to become relevant in society. So I pray for very tall than Garanga in the bed. I pray for this tall-legged man, though old, though what? May not see this cry in his heart. So there is this man, they say it's called mahama, or mahama, I don't know if he's South African by character. I don't know where he was born, but he looks old, like Museveni, by appearance. But by love, he is younger than Moses. Moses loved children of Egypt and allowed God to use him to take them to a new land. Without Moses, even Joshua couldn't have managed to make them rich. May God give him a chance to act as a Moses in Ghana. So that these other pillars, Moses is humbling now. See how I humble these pillars. They have a big witch doctor in their home. True one. Very big one. When he talks, wind comes. When he smiles, doctors run away. When he gets annoyed, the nation gets trouble. But God is giving me a promise that he's going to shatter. I don't know the meaning, but I see what is happening. That God is going to shatter the hair of their family. I think he's like an uncle, though browner than him when he's black. But behind all this evil that God is protecting from this land, leaders are choices of God. When you pray for them, looking at their appearance in public, a nation falls into trouble that it cannot stand for. For a nation like Ghana to live another 30 years without the Spirit of God being poured upon that land because of an idol behind the coming president is danger. This is when I raise my hand to silence this idol pillar that is celebrated in their village. It is a highly celebrated shrine attender in their home. This is how rotten this Mahama family is before God. When God gets annoyed, Moses doesn't hide anything. And I look at those who are near the coming leaders in Ghana, and I pray for them using the same measure. Using the what? And I look at this Islamic man, meaning him who will allow terrorists to operate in his nation, and we go for a simple war for like 7 years when we were in war in Ghana, to plant him to rule that nation like Nigeria. Nigeria is still ruled by an Islamist. I don't know him by name, but I know him by acts. People have died during his regime. Surely, with this, people will die when all are aware. But with Mahama, people will die silently by God. It is the choice of God to know where man can fall. If you are David, pray, looking at falling, not in the hands of the enemy, but in the hands of God. And we pray for Mahama to take over the seat. I destroy this evil pillar in their family that has demonstrated that with at least 700 people who will die in his term of 4 years. I cannot pray for this. I cannot pray for this. I only silence the danger. So, meaning Mahama is free from danger. Why? The enemy has been detected. That in their family there is a big shrine that will stop man, that even stops him from talking face to face with any servant of God. It is simple word. Do you want to know why he cannot answer a call of any servant of God? He is under the oath of a shrine in their home, known by all that without that shrine, Nigeria will be saved. Ghana will be saved. I don't know which other nation. Niger will be saved, meaning is linked to the Bermuda Triangle pillars, where Moses must be activated in the spirit to attack from the source, not from the actors of the sources. So I send the wind. God said, while Jesus walked on water, there was wind. Nothing else. There was no fire. There was no earthquake. There was wind that caused God to move and understand the secret that was going to destroy his children. Father, I send your word saying, Bermuda Triangle pillars. None can speak this word in the spirit and eats food at night. Let's see how Moses will eat food. And we see glory manifest in the land. Father, thank you for silencing the aerial pillars that are linked to this Bermuda Triangle. So this is where God said people are destroyed for lack of information. This is free information that Ghana is already sacrificed in the hands of idol powers operating in the Bermuda. Death triangle. Where death is mentioned, you don't call Jesus, who was defeated by death. You call him, who never saw death. You call for Isaac. That said, Erasm said what? Looking at the love of this land of Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Looking at the land of Nigeria and save this land from destruction. Nigeria was once a land of prophets. People were being exported from Nigeria. People were being exported from Ghana to go and save other nations. But today you cannot even hold a crusade and it becomes successful. Why? The land was sacrificed by they that operate in high places of the royal palaces. Do you want to know how big the royal palace of Ghana is? Look at how big is the death rate of people in nations. I am saying to those who are spiritual, just for information, that all these days, all these wars you see in western part of Africa are managed by the evil pillar operating in Ghana that declared, oh, Gumayaka, say, oh Lord, you are great. That declared that it killed TB Joshua. Hey, time to go has reached. When TB Joshua was called back, there is a shrine attendant who declared that he is behind his falling. No. At your going, we shall not declare who declared your days, because God has remembered his children. Only the remembrance of God upon any land brings a settled word to stand for all. But see how I said, pray for just a nation that requires one word, saying, my children, fear not. I'm going to give you back my love, and I will allow this mahama to act for one term, so that you may bring this terror agent. There's a brown man whom all think will win, but will not be declared by those in authority. All think, oh no, will win, but will not be declared by those who are in authority. May this mahama be served from the heart of God and be protected from the anger of their spirits. When these spirits are humbled, he will be a good leader. When people stop praying for him, the nation will be in violent winds. Will be in violent winds. In violent winds doesn't mean the ocean will submerge Ghana. No, it means people will be on the streets, as we saw in Venezuela, as we saw in Bangladesh, as we saw in Kenya, as we saw, name them as you know. I silence any uprising after elections in Ghana, after a defeated declaration of results. It is like when you know you are always number one in school, and time comes and they declare that you are the third on the ballot.
And supporters of John Dramani Mahama celebrated outside his office in Accra today after the former president won Ghana's presidential elections. Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia conceded defeat, saying internal data showed Mahama had won decisively. Bawumia added that Bahama's National Democratic Congress also secured victory in the parliamentary vote. The vice president made the announcement before official results were released, aiming to ease tensions following reports of scuffles at some local centres, where votes were still being tallied. For more on this, we're joined by SABC News correspondent Nabil Ahmed Rufai. Nabil, in parts of Ghana and Accra, I would imagine that it's jubilation, but in certain parts of it, people are still waiting for results to stream in, as voters are hoping that their parliamentary candidates may have made it in. Has the dramatic shift in the body politic of Ghana translated into the mood of the country as you speak to several voters?
Well, indeed, Mr.